Well, we've got some big news today in the land of the Indiana Fever. The schedule for the 2026 season has released officially. Now, I don't know exactly what this means, if they're going to hold to the schedule as they are still working toward the CBA getting done. But this, in my opinion, is a positive sign that something is out there, and at least people can get their travel plans in effect. They can get just an idea of what may go on for the 2026 season as far as all the dates. We're gonna go through it right here. I'm gonna pull it up, and as you can see, we got the big three right there. Don't think Kelsey Mitchell will be going anywhere, but let's take a look at this thing, man. So, open up the season against the Dallas Wings. So, Paige Bueckers will obviously be on that team. They want to do the big Caitlin and Paige matchup as they have shifted away from Chicago. Chicago, a lot of people are commenting, is not on the schedule 5 times this year. Immediately, you go to the Sparks right there. The home games are in red. Got a nice home stretch right there to start the season. As you can see, what stands out to me a little bit is like there's like these stretches where there's like 4 home games. Here there's another like 5 out of 6 right here in June, and then there's like a big road trip at the end of the year. One in the middle too, but that's not too. It looks like a standard West Coast kind of trip right there. But you do get Vegas twice there. You do get Phoenix, and Phoenix you play them, inside a few weeks, a few times right there. We're going to Seattle, Portland, Golden State, back to back. So that's going to be something to look forward to. Coach Nikaze allegedly had Caitlin Clark figured out last year. I look forward to seeing how Caitlin responds to that. Portland, one of the expansion teams. First time the Fever get a look at them, it'll be on May 30th. Atlanta, of course, they played in the playoffs last year. First 2 matchups are in Indiana, and then the last 2 will be in Atlanta. So June 20th and then August 16th, I will be able to go to both of those games. I'll be very happy about that. Looking forward to the New York game. Of course, that's always a big game, like the Liberty. The Fever did to the Liberty in that game last year at home. Chicago, the first time, is going to be Thursday, June 11th. And it looks like the other Chicago games will be a Saturday, August 8th. And unless I'm not seeing it, I think I only see 3 Chicago games. Sunday, August 23rd. So Sunday will probably be like, a national TV, ABC game. You'll probably get a CBS game on that Saturday. And Thursday, I'm not sure where that'll land. Maybe Amazon or something. Moving forward, looks like Phoenix, that's a big game. You get 2 of those games in Phoenix, so we're all going to get to boo Dewana Bonner together. Should in the rest of the Phoenix Mercury, Alyssa Thomas, they're going to be able to show them what the big boos sound like. Back-to-back games there. Moving forward, you close out with the Lynx twice in back-to-back games. That's like a mini playoff series right before the playoffs. I don't love that personally, but it is a home and home, so at least it's not just 2 consecutive games either at home or the road. First time Caitlin will go to Canada in the squad. Looks like it will be the end of the year. I think they only got the tempo twice on there, so if you're Canadian, you will have to wait until September to see the Fever there. I don't know. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hoping that the Commissioner's Cup adds an additional game. Never know where that might end up. As far as the Commissioner's Cup, it looks like the brackets are New York, Washington, Chicago, Connecticut, and Toronto. So presumably you can put a win in for the expansion team. Chicago is not really going to be good. Connecticut always plays tough, but there has been just a lack of talent there. And mind you, I know free agency still has to happen. Anybody can end up anywhere. But just looking at this pod should presumably come down to New York versus Indiana. and Indiana can, try to go back to back on that Commissioner's Cup there. Back to back games against Atlanta, like I mentioned before, the 18th and the 20th. But yeah, Vegas. Let's see when they play Vegas. They got Sunday, so that's presumably ABC. Thursday, it's probably an Amazon game. August 6th, and I don't see them on there. I see 3 times for Vegas. Okay, so July and then back to back Sundays right there. So they know what they're doing, and those are both road games. That's a nasty stretch. I don't love that particularly. You start the road trip in Vegas, go to yeah, that's gonna be a tough stretch. But presumably the All Star breaks right around then. The You can see a little break. The last game, August 28th, against a home game in Connecticut before the Team USA, games in the beginning of September. Then they'll have 4 games to get back to it before the playoffs. Either way, it is nice to see that the schedule dropped today, and I think it is a positive sign looking forward to the 2026 season. What do you guys think? What game are you looking forward to? I think that May 9th game is going to be something to see. I think Caitlin's going to want to come in there and drop 30, on Paige Bueckers and whoever the number 1 pick is in the draft, and presumably whatever free agent they can lure in over there. But yeah, very excited to see which way it goes. But yeah, I think that's probably that one jumps out for me as the biggest game thus far. Dallas, and then they're going to be playing Dallas how many times? I see at least twice. I see 3 times. Yeah, 3 times for them. Okay. So nothing really stands out for me as far as like last year, that Chicago thing where they play them 5 times. That was like, all right, brother. Like that 5-0 sweep, that must have had to feel painful for the Chicago Sky fans. And, you only really got the big Caitlin Angel matchup once last year, and that caused chaos. So, yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think of the schedule? Peace. One lifetime.